Hello everybody and welcome back to the Little King story playthrough! So, it is now night time. Because we have kind of reached the point in the game where quite a few of the things that we need to do happen at night. Because one of the job classes that we are missing at present, we have access to, we are able to get him, but we need to be running around late at night.
Yeah.
But also, we have another job class, which only turns up in the middle of the night. So we've got them. We've also got quite a few holes that we haven't actually dug up yet. Because they just so happen to be in areas that I didn't think to look in at night. And they are going to house some art pieces, which we really do need to dig up. And bloody owls! I thought we'd be clear of enemies so close to home, but evidently not. Why couldn't we have just, built in this place? That would have maybe sorted out a few problems. But either way, yes, I wanted to make sure that we went over all of the holes that I had missed, because obviously guides do tell you where all the artworks, all of the art pieces are. Because they never move. Ever. So, you should easily be able to find these holes as long as you know where you're looking. And this is what I was sort of mentioning yesterday. Once you've been to bed after picking up all of the pieces of the flying machine, you will get a ticker tape coming across the bottom saying, if you want to finish the game, please proceed to the boarding area. Note that you can only do this in the daytime.
What?
Thank God, because for one of the princess quests, you're going to have to head around that way to talk to a citizen. And I can't believe that I missed that art piece. It's like, seriously, how did I miss that one? What? Just baffling. Now, I'm not really too fussed about dropping people off as we run about, because really it's not important. We're just here to get art pieces and gems and all that good stuff. Because at this point it's just like, right, I'm definitely going to 100% this thing, so I need to make sure that I know exactly where I'm going. I need to make sure that I go to the right houses and get the right sort of stuff. Now, I don't know what I was quite doing at this point. I don't know if I was trying to go do the race? Or whether I was thinking there was something over this way that I needed to pick up. It is very easy to get slightly lost in the kingdom when you aren't really too sure what it is you are 100% looking for. But it's all fine. Now, okay, I'm not doing it just yet. No. We are going to go to bed first, because we need to go take on that quest, I feel. But also, we've got a job class that we have been able to pick up for quite a while, but which we have resolutely not done, because I've been busy taking on kings and all that jazz. So, it's very much a case of, well, now's really as good a time as any to go get this specific job class, because he only turns up after about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, it's a really odd time for him to turn up. But that's when he becomes available. So, yeah, we already have him technically unlocked in our record. But we haven't actually recruited him to the team yet. I believe the same is true of one other job class, which I believe we're going to have, well, hear mention of later on in this part. But one of the ones that we are waiting on is the Craftian, and the other one, well, you need to be out at night to find him. We have access to him, but I just need to run into him before that happens. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to find the Doctor, or the Brainy Doctor, as I believe his full job title is. Essentially, you may remember that we were awesome, we gave all those donations to the school, and as a result they said that a Brainy Doctor had graduated from there and had built a hospital, and it was all super lovely. And we are going to go grab him. Although we're going to be waiting quite a long time, because he just refused to show up. It's because I'm here at the wrong time, but it's just like, I just want to go at the right time, please. And also, I'm frantically searching for the right house, which should have, I think, a gem in it, because one of these does have it. And I believe that that would actually be our final gem that we can get. That would be number 6. And that would unlock the final gem quest. But clearly, the game decided it wasn't going to be playing ball with me today. Which was just endlessly frustrating. And that is not the gate that you thought it was past me. No, that one's at Minor Town where you were the other night. But yeah, this is the one slight frustration that you can get with this last section of the game, is that everything's pretty much done. You've just got a few last bits to pick up. But the game can be very insistent that you go complete the game. It'll constantly roll that ticker tape at the bottom saying, you do know you can finish the game now, you know. Could you go do that, please? That would be nice. And, oh! Art piece! Quite happy with that. It's not the most terrifying enemy I've ever seen. But, okay. You do you, mate. You do you. And also, why are you in the way of this house? Naughty Mr. M. You're not helping me at all. But, oh well. Now, I will find the house that houses this bleeding last gem. I will. I can tell you that now. I believe it's the one just to the left of here. It's this one right here that we're going to go to now. And I am indeed correct, but that took far longer than it needed to. But that should, I believe, make 6 of the Kingstones. Which means that we can actually now finish that quest. Beautiful! But before we go do that, I want to, you know, get this doctor. But that does mean that we're going to be standing out here for quite a while, because this is the hospital. And just to show you how long that I did really wait, I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to speed up the process now, because we've reached the point where you don't really need to be sitting through me waiting a lot. And it certainly doesn't need to be in real time. So I thought I'd just show you my really boring wait for time to pass in fast motion, because why the hell not? It's quite funny, and also it's quite glorious to listen to this music in a ridiculously high speed, because this is as quick as it'll go. Probably could have, just cut it out. That might have been a smart move, but yeah. Just scrunch it all together and then get a funny little ridiculous montage. Well, not montage, but funny little bit of us just sitting around doing bugger all. It's great. So now we wait. The Brainy Doctor should be coming out of the... There he is! 3:30 on the dot. Perfect. So, the Brainy Doctor can launch off a paralysing shot. Essentially what this does is it paralyses foes for a certain amount of time. Works exactly the same as your hunters. He has a limited number of syringes, essentially. And that just means that, yeah, you can only use him so many times, but he can be very useful because it's just that guaranteed paralysis, really, which means that you can then go in with an attack with impunity. It's much more reliable than hoping that, like, the pillow, mallet, and Cupid's bow and stuff activate. But we now have another of the races, this time against 2 piglets. And they are adorable, but they are also a nightmare. If you thought the rabbit was a pain, these guys are even worse. Because obviously there are 2 of them, so they're constantly crisscrossing. So it's very difficult to get ahead. Also because, you've got the whole thing of, you don't really want them to rubber band. So you kind of got to stay at the back of the pack. But then one thing that I've realised, certainly with the last of the 3 that you have to do, is that if you try and keep on to the one that stays at the front of the pack, then no matter how much the other one speeds up, they're never quite going to catch you. It's all to do with the one that's in the lead. They're the one that's your pacemaker, really. And bleeding races, I hate them. I love them, but I hate them. You get what I mean. So, that was a reasonable okay day. And we have only 1 gem left. I feel we should probably answer this right now. And it's actually going to be our first princess quest that we fully complete. Which is strange considering Fern was one of the final princesses we saved. But obviously, just so happened that hers ended up finishing off quite quickly. So let's bring our lovely royal guard back together. And leap on over to Sobermonjaro, because that's where the end of this quest awaits. Guys, seriously? Should have just followed me. Anyway, once you've activated the quest, run into Super Manjaro and... if you want the jewel, catch me before time runs out. Now you do have quite a bit of time to do this, but it is easier said than done, because Long Sauvage will basically run as far away as possible, no matter how much you try and chase him. You're never going to be fast enough to catch up to him, so you are going to have to trick him. And really, this is the main area that you're going to have. You want to send your soldiers in, and then you want to head him off, essentially. Because if one of your soldiers runs up to him, then he will leap away. It's quite a challenge to do. It's very finicky. Your safest area, really, to actually manage to catch him is either there, or what's probably better off for you is hitting him there and then catching him off at the top. If you were essentially, if you just run as fast as you can up to the top there, once you've sent someone in to hit him, you should be able to catch him. So, once you know what you're doing, it's really not that difficult. But until you've clocked that's how it works, it's very, very easy to screw up. And thank you for the fern. Well, thank you for fern, but also thank you for the jewel, because you are indeed correct. It was ferns anyway. And, hello, my love.
Quand on est son vin, voilà. Mon vin, l'appelle chapeau en plein tir. Le sapin, j'ai mal, ça peut là, la veille, sur lit. Mon vin, l'appelle chapeau en plein tir, sans sur lit. Mon vin, l'appelle chapeau en plein tir, mon vin, l'appelle chapeau en plein.
And so, that is the end of our first princess quest. And as Fern says, if ever we want to change the gem on our scepter, we can do. We just need to speak to her. We can use any of the kingstones, so you can have whatever colour you like. I'm going to stick with the diamond, just because I really, really, really like its ultra sparkliness. It makes me feel very powerful, even though it really does absolutely nothing other than being an aesthetic change. And, right, come here, carefree adult. What do you want to talk about, mate? Oh! So I think we're gonna have to investigate Magical Land at midnight, don't you? For a real wizard, eh? I think it's time to head to bed. And in the morning, well, at night I should say, we're going to see what awaits us in Magical Land. Hee!